brought to you by our sponsors: William Richmond Inc., Farmers Home and Auto Insurance, the Bob Koski Agency, R.E. Graves Heating and Air Conditioning, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, McNeil's Group Properties, the Charleston Senior Community, and Chesapeake's Bounty. Now, here's a weather alert update from JB Weather.
All right, and good evening, everyone. I'm Forecaster John Bordash with you this evening to give you a quick update on what the winter weather potential looks like for those of you that were unable to join the live stream and just need a short clip to get you through the upcoming forecast. So let's get right into it. We're going to be talking about two battling areas of high and low pressure this week, and that's going to lay the groundwork, the train tracks for storms to kind of utilize both cold air and warm air across our region, and it's really going to lead to kind of a wintry mess in our region over the next 7 to 14 days. Our first threat comes Wednesday evening, really more so Thursday morning though, before breaking the action. Then phase 2 will get its act together. That's more of a coastal system and bring some precip to the region. Late Thursday going into Friday. Cold and warm air will be present with both of these systems, and how far the cold air comes south and how far north the warm air comes, that's going to be the big story here with this, I think. Phase 1, the cold air will be here, but the warm air will creep up far enough north, probably getting to DC, to change any initial snowflakes that fall after 7 but before midnight over to a period of sleet and freezing rain locally, and then probably over to some rain. We could see a prolonged period of icing to the west of I-95 but south of I-66. I think generally the most amount of snow with this will fall north of DC, probably 2 to 4 inches up there, more like 3 to 6 as you head back towards the mountains. North of 231, north of Prince Frederick and Hughesville, we're talking 1 to 2 inches of snow, I think. Probably closer to 1, but you could be closer to 2 if you get the snow to stick around a little longer overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning. Again, ice could be an issue for us. We could be talking up to 1/10 of an inch of sleet, maybe up to 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain for some rural communities that are further inland, but it's going to be a bigger issue back to the west where you see those higher totals. We then probably see a break for about 6 hours on the day on Thursday before we see snow try to build back into the region. The heaviest snow could try to fall south of DC, which would be good news for us, but we're going to have to see how far north does that warm air make it, and does it switch some southern communities of southern Calvert, southern St. Mary's, and Westmoreland counties over to a period of sleet and freezing rain. If so, that cuts down on totals. However, currently I do favor about 2 to 4 inches from this separate event. Much of our snow will come from this, so many areas will not see much from the first wave. But I think the highest totals are probably south and west of DC. Again, we could have some mixing up moves in, but if not, we could see maybe some higher totals. But I do think right now a general 3 to 6 across much of the region, maybe more like 5 to 8 out west of I-95. Really from DC points north, everything you see there will fall mainly with phase 1 Thursday morning. Much of what falls south of DC that is shown here will fall Thursday evening into Friday morning. Locally, I favor about 3 to 4 inches south of Prince Frederick and Hughesville, maybe closer to 2 to 3, 1 to 3 in southern St. Mary's County, with higher totals north of Prince Frederick and Hughesville, and you might be introducing 3 to 6 inch ranges as you head up towards Annapolis and Reagan National. The models have kind of been all over the place. This is how they looked at 7 o'clock. A new run of the European model just finished up though, and that 9-inch total is now down to 5 inches. So many of our models, are now in agreement for I think the storm total for our region probably closer to like 5 inches or so. So that 13-inch amount you probably saw yesterday from other sources, I called it hype, and there's a reason why everything's kind of come back down here to earth. What can you expect for a storm timeline? I think this probably gets started probably after sunset tomorrow. We could see some snow, especially for northern areas. That's more low to moderate impact overnight Wednesday to Thursday morning. But mixing is likely with phase 1, and many of us can see that I think after midnight on the day. For Thursday morning, and then maybe some rain as well. We see a break in the activity before phase 2 gets its act together, but even mixing and some rain could be possible with that, but I think we have a higher ceiling with snow totals with that. Again, I think 2 to 4 for many of us. Travel difficulties will be present, so you will see impacts Thursday and Friday with schools, with travel, with flight. So I don't think very many people are going to do very many things on Thursday or Friday. You have a better shot on Thursday because we might just see some rain in the morning, but some areas will have seen snow. So just keep that in mind. We'll continue to fine tune this forecast. JB Weather goes into weather alert mode going into tomorrow up through at least Friday, if not longer. So you're going to want to stay tuned here for hype-free, science-based, level-headed reporting that'll help get you and your family prepared for the storm and then guide you through the storm and let you know what to expect and what's coming your way. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Forecaster John Bordash, and thank you so much for joining me this evening, and keep it tuned right here to JB Weather.